Space King Episode 2. I know this video took a bit longer to release, but hey, better late than never. So let's dive into it. This episode continues from the first, with the crew still on their penance crusade after their previous blunder. The plot kicks off when High Fleet Command orders them to recover a kidnapped child, one belonging to a Grim Lord, essentially this universe equivalent of a High Lord. The child was accidentally swept up during the recruitment drive by the Coagulators, a legion that's basically a satire of the Blood Angels, but we'll get into that later. With their mission set, they teleport into the ship to retrieve the kid while avoiding aliens capable of causing permanent death. The main focus of the episode lies in the character growth of Chestnut, so we're gonna be recounting the story from Chestnut's perspective since he's the main focus of the episode. Chestnut is a valuable asset to the team. His ability to retrieve the Holy Globules allows him to respawn fallen Psycho Warriors, making him crucial to their survival. However, despite this, he struggles with confidence and assertiveness, often feeling like a burden. This becomes clear struggling under the pressure during combat when an alien begins slaughtering the Psycho Warriors, and in his panic, Chestnut destroys the Holy Globules from other Psycho Warriors legions and hesitates killing the Xeno due to being pregnant, but this mercy is overlooked and tries to kill Chestnut but gets saved by Hatemonger. This explains why he gets bullied by his squad members and the captain not seeing him frontline material.
You're a Medicaid.
A very bad one.
This is more of a nitpick, but High Command begins to explain the mission by mentioning that the important kid was swept under recruitment of boys, and the captain just responds with "so." Then High Command goes on to explain that the recruitment was actually meant for them, and now they're tasked with rescuing this particular kid. My nitpick here is that why even bring up the fact the recruitment was meant for them if that's not the focus of their mission? They don't really address or resolve the issue of their stolen supply of boys, so it feels like an unnecessary detail that doesn't connect to their actual task. Again, this is more of a nitpick. Once they receive their mission and teleport into the Coagulator ship, the Blood Eagle, Chestnut feels a newfound motivation to rescue the child. However, the captain sees the ship is full of Xenos that could give them permanent death by sucking out their globules, and also how weird the Legion is. Deciding that dealing with them isn't worth the trouble, he decides a more delicate option: teleport back to the ship, assassinate the Grim Lord, and pin the blame on the Coagulators. This won't be accomplished till the teleporter is fixed, so the captain decides to wait. Chestnut, determined to prove himself despite his captain's disapproval, goes with the Coagulators to rescue the child. To keep an eye on him and ensure he doesn't die, Hatemonger accompanies him. During the mission, it quickly becomes clear why Chestnut isn't cut out for frontline combat. His constant mistakes creates one disaster after another, where he accidentally scars and mutilates the poor child, forcing the squad to venture deeper into the ship, and indirectly causes more casualties as the mission drags on. The Examinator instructs him to time the door, closing it perfectly so that the squad's bloodhound, essential for tracking the child, can make it through. Chestnut panics, mistimes it, and accidentally kills the bloodhound. Normally, this will earn him endless ridicule from his squad, but to his surprise, the Examinator forgives him, understanding that he's inexperienced and mistakes can happen. This unexpected kindness makes Chestnut start to feel a sense of belonging with the Coagulators far more than he ever did with his own team. After finally rescuing what little remained of the poor child, Chestnut takes a bold step forward, showing a newfound confidence by calling out Hatemonger for being a bully and declaring his own intent to join the Coagulators. Hatemonger disapproves. This is low even for Chestnut to throw his lot with a band of fanatics. However, just when Chestnut was about to embrace his new path, one final test reveals a horrifying truth. The Coagulators are heretics, willing to mind meld with his Xeno broodmother. Worse, Hatemonger has been captured, and his Holy Globules is being disintegrated before their eyes. Chestnut, overwhelmed by self-loathing and acknowledging his own weakness, taps into his raw emotions of self-hate. This allows him to wield the Hate Mace. And that's the biggest strength of the episode, the character growth of Chestnut. In the beginning, he hesitated killing the pregnant Xeno and was unable to use Haymonger's weapon because of how weak he was. Now with his new confidence, begins going on a rampage, smashing the Coagulators he once admired and slaughtering the broodmother. To show he is no longer the same guy he was in the beginning, he decides to make a brutal decision, where Haymonger's globules is melting, so he decides to sacrifice the very child he fought to save. The squad shows a level of respect for him, granting the title of honorary Psycho Warrior and also making him kill the dad of the kid. That's basically the entire story of the episode, and again, easily the strongest part is seeing the character growth of Chestnut. From the beginning, lacked any real confidence, being bullied by his own team. Seeing him going on a journey, you rooted for the guy to hopefully prove himself, even despite causing quite a lot of mistakes. What makes me enjoy so much of the writing is how it ties together where he started from, unable to kill a Xeno even though it was gonna clearly kill him, but gets saved by Haymonger. In the climax, faced with an important choice, he becomes stronger, using the hate mace, kills the Xeno in order to save Haymonger, while making a decision that will make him proud. It's a testament to how strong the script is, not just in the development of his character, but also maintaining continuity from the first episode. This continuity is especially evident in the captain, who was noticeably mellowed out compared to before. Previously, he would outright refuse to negotiate with the other legions, but here, when confronted over Chestnut destroying the Psycho Warrior's holy globules, he actually compromises, rather than stubbornly rejecting their demands and risking Chestnut losing his license. He agrees to compensate them for the sake of his squad. Another clear example is his temper. Before, something as minor as a scratch on his armor would have made him want to blow up an entire planet. Now, despite his obvious annoyance at constantly hearing the Coagular's blood team names, he manages to tolerate it while waiting for the teleporter to be fixed. This shift in his behavior not only adds depth to his character, but reinforces how the series maintains consistency in its storytelling while allowing all the characters to grow. Haymonger, of course, continues to be an entertaining presence, and into the episode's humor, there's also one particular joke that for some reason reminds me so much of the one clip with Mort from Madagascar.
Well, you know my feelings on foreign cultures. One should be open-minded and tolerant, of course.
And the women! The women! We will always treat with respect!
I swear the studio clearly did not care about what they were writing. Not only was it entertaining seeing Haymonger, but the Coagulators themselves also stood out. Their blood theme is clear satire of the Blood Angels. The overuse of the word blood really pokes fun how on the nose 40k naming convention can be. One of the most meme example is Iron Hands. Their Primarch's name, Ferrus Manus, translates to Iron Hands in Latin, and the Space Marines cut off their forearms to replace them with iron limbs to resemble him. Same thing with Blood Angels. Sanguinary Guard or Sanguinius uses the root Latin word sanguis, which translates to blood. They paint the armor to be red just like blood, and have a thing known as the Red Thirst. I could go on, but you get the point. This is perfectly represented by the Coagulators, who go over the top with adding the prefix blood.
This is Bloodhound. Into the Blood Eagle. You mean a blood drive. You can make use of our tech specialist. Blood type.
They do their hand sign spelling out the word blood when they say be positive or negative. The whole ship is constantly filled with blood. Another thing that's unironically cool is the armor constantly bleeding because it's designed with built-in drills to self-injure to ensure this happens. I'm a bit curious why it was censored since it wasn't really that gory. The most likely theory I have is that YouTube is heavily supervising them, and if they show a bit of gore, it could get them in trouble, so they decided to play it safe. An interesting part of the Coagular lore is that I have a theory regarding their heretical nature. It seems that they want to mind meld with the Brood Mother due to one sucking the blood of Space King himself, making her holy. So when they die, she will return them to Space King himself to walk on the blood trail. This is clearly inspired by the Genestealer cult. My theory is that this Brood Mother managed to trick the Legion into protecting her, hiding within their ship to avoid being killed by the other legions. Overall, the episode was incredibly entertaining to watch. The character growth, continuity, and humor remain strong, and I'm curious who they'll focus on next. While Haymonger is more of a popular character and probably next in line, I'm personally more interested in learning more about Bryce. If you enjoyed the episode and want to see more of their ancestral scenes, make sure to support the creators to their Patreon link in the description so they can keep making more episodes like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.